Guten Tag, welcome to Germany. I'm here to drive the brand new Vauxhall Grandland. This is the new biggest baby in the Vauxhall lineup. And by the way, every single car now in the Vauxhall lineup has an electric option. We love to see it. Should we have a little look around? Oh, before we do that, because otherwise Ginny will tell me off if I don't say it. Can you subscribe to the Electrifying YouTube channel, please? Just do it, all right? Thanks. Right, come with me. So, you may have noticed we have the new light up badge. Now, this was actually only made legal in Europe this year, so Vauxhall have basically just jumped on it and gone, let's do it. So they've gone for the full Vauxhall light up badge. All across here has 51,000 pixels, 51,000. So actually at night it looks stunning, and when you turn the car on it does like a funky light up display, which is really nice. We're just going to do a little mini walk around, by the way, because I have already done a very detailed walk around in the studio, which you can watch if you click up there somewhere. You can go back and watch that video if you want any more information. But as we head down the side, this colour is the same one that I did in the studio, but the name has changed because it was called Copper Coin. It's now called
Impact Copper.
Impact Copper, that's what it's called. I still want to call it Copper Coin because I feel like I prefer that name. Down the back, it's slightly larger than it was before, 17 centimetres larger than the outgoing Grandland. And round the back here we have a brand new light up badge, which is covered in rain because it's raining here in Germany. But the rear design, I think is really lovely. I loved it when I first saw it, and do you know what? I still do love it. There's a whole sort of compass vibe that goes on. So there's a light up here, that's your brake light. So when everything all lights up, this goes bolder, and then you've got the compass thing, which I like to call the hot cross bun look. But the most important thing is, we're here to take this for a drive. So let's do a little mini look on the inside and then take it for a spin, shall we? Come on in. Right, welcome to the interior. Oh no, I'm holding my phone, which you shouldn't do while you're driving. If only I can put it out of my eyesight. It's the Pixel box. So how this works is, open it up, put your phone in there, that will wirelessly charge, close that, you can see that it's charging, but it also stops you from being distracted from your phone. That's it. And then as soon as you park the car up, that will then light up again as a reminder that your phone's inside so you don't forget it, which I think is a really, really good thing. While I'm here, I want to talk about the materials. Every single fabric material that you see in this car is recycled, which I think is lovely. They're really doing their bit when it comes to sustainable materials and all that kind of thing. And actually the interior in here now, compared to what it was when it was the original normal petrol Grandland, this is lovely. I mean, the layout's really nice. I feel like I'm in a kind of cozy little cabin. And the storage is really clever because not only do you have the Pixel box, this, which is your cup holders, this can be tweaked to the size of your cups. I've got a bottle here, so I can put that in there, and if it's a bit loose I can tighten it to hold the bottle in place. I think that's really clever. Got a bit of storage in there as well. Little shelf for your key, bit more storage. I can get my whole arm in there. My whole arm's gone in. Lot of storage. Door bins are a decent size as well. Steering wheel. Now, this is a new design. I like the design, it's nice to hold, etc, etc. But I have a couple of issues with the steering wheel. The first being this. These are buttons, but kind of one big button, if that makes sense. So if I want to touch the volume, the whole thing presses down to go through your like I'd rather it just be separate little buttons, and then it will just feel nicer to press. The other one I'm going to tell you about a little bit later while I'm driving, because it bugs me and I think it will bug you as well. Screen. This is brand new as well. This is 16-inch. You'll only get this if you go for the GS or the Ultimate. So if you just go for the basic trim, then you'll only get a little 7-inch screen. But this is the full 16-inch screen, and it is marvellous. Everything works really, really well. As you can tell, we're listening to Radio Teddy. But there's a section on this side that's designed for your passenger to play around with. But what I do like is the fact that it's angled towards the driver. I appreciate that because I don't like it when the screen's completely flat. and you still have buttons for physical things. What they've done is they've called it a digital detox. So they've taken away having too much stuff inside a screen, which I'm a really big fan of. So you're focusing on the road rather than looking through a screen to try and find where everything is. You can just grab it and touch it and press it and all that sort of stuff, bring you back to your home, etc. Nice and easy. You also have something called Pure Mode. Now again, this is all to do with the digital detox. So you swipe over like that, and it gives you the bare minimum. So you don't actually have too much to look at. It changes this screen, it changes the 10-inch screen there, and it keeps it simple. So you're not distracted by anything that's going on in this car, you're just focused on the road, which I think is a really, really nice idea, especially in this day and age when there's so many cars with everything on a screen and everything in the car to distract you. That's great. And then you have the seats. Intelli seats, if you will. They've called them Intelli seats. All they've done is cut out the middle bit. So how this works is they've cut out a little strip in the middle of the seat, so it puts no pressure on your tailbone, is the idea. It just cushions your bum cheeks. So it should make for a more comfortable drive, and then when you're doing some really long journeys, you won't get too much pressure on your lower back, you see. Because it's all just caring and lovely, which is just great. I mean, it's Intelli seats, they've cut out a bit. That's what they've done. That's the science behind it. Oh, talking of seats, this is the Ultimate trim. We do have massaging seats, yes, and they are brilliant. So you've got like the wave mode and all that sort of thing, but they have a mode called cat paw. So it's like a cat doing like that on your back. Right, the space back here is very impressive. Obviously it is bigger than it was before, so your passengers are way happier back here. That is set up for my driving position. I am 5'6.5", just in case you're wondering. So that's set up for me, and look at that! Look at that! I've got to ping it. Pinged it. Can I just take a minute to acknowledge the heated seats back here? Because this is a rarity, right? Not all cars have heated seats in the back, but the ones that do normally just have 2 levels. People in the front get 3 levels of heated seats, but normally in the back you only get 2. No, you've got 3 here, 3 levels, and it heats up your back as well. I'm feeling really cozy right now. This is good, and also we all know that as you get older you don't use heated seats to warm yourself up, you use it to soothe your aching back. That's great. What's in here? Cup holders, fruit pastels, polos in there. You've got 2 USB-C charge ports down there. There's a little bit of storage in here, a little bit of storage in there. Can I acknowledge the storage as well inside this car? They've actually, throughout the whole inside cabin, so back and front, you've got 36 litres of storage, which is blooming brilliant, which means you can put all of your snacks and your rubbish everywhere in the entire car. Marvellous. It's quite nice back here, and you've also got 10 speakers. It's a brand new Vauxhall hi-fi system, so whoever your passengers are, they can have a blooming good sing-song in the back. Might be me, I like a good sing-song in the back. Really annoys the driver. Right then, so the new Grandland sits at the top of Vauxhall's fully refreshed SUV lineup. Now you've got 3 trim levels to choose from. You've got Design, GS and Ultimate. If you go for the Design, then you're looking at around £40,995. And then if you go all the way up to the top, to the Ultimate trim, then it's just over £45,000. Oh, and a quick top tip from me. If you want to go for that nice light up Griffin badge at the front, you know, the whole IntelliLux pixel lighting fancy pants stuff at the front, you won't get that on the Design trim, so you need to go either GS or Ultimate if you want the fancy nice light stuff. I mean, there's a lot of sort of Intelli names going on. So if you go for top spec, the Ultimate, then you get Intelli Drive 2.0, which is lane change assist, rear cross traffic alert, semi-autonomous lane change and curve speed adaptation. Then you've got Intelli HUD, which is extended head-up display, Intelli Air, which is air quality monitoring and filtering, and of course IntelliVision, which is a 360-degree panoramic camera. Intelli everything, basically. Right then, we have 213 horsepower in this machine, so it will do 0 to 62 in 9 seconds, but this isn't the sort of car that you want to put your foot down and throw it around. This is a family car, isn't it? It's a family car. So this is definitely a cruiser, probably school run car, pop to Tesco car. Speaking of Tesco, can I just quickly add, if you get yourself one of these, Vauxhall are offering, you can choose from either £500 towards a home wall box, £500 towards the Electriverse public charging, or £500 to charge at Tesco, because they did some research, right, and they said that apparently Vauxhall owners, the majority, live 10 minutes from a Tesco Extra, so they've done a whole partnership with Tesco, which I think is a pretty good deal, isn't it? Get yourself 500 quid towards your charging. Lovely stuff. Now, this is a very smooth ride, but I can't lie, we are over in Germany. These roads are extremely smooth anyway, but from the bumps that I have been over, it deals with them reasonably well. Now, I have to be completely honest with you, because I always am. I have 3 issues with this car, 3. And I noticed them within the first 10 minutes of driving this car. They've bugged me, and I think they might bug you as well. Number 1, the steering wheel is too big. I said this in the Vauxhall Corsa, I think. So, because of the design of the screen, right, this won't matter to you if you go for the basic trim, because you won't get the 16-inch screen. But if you go for the GS or for the Ultimate that we've got here, the steering wheel covers a part of the screen because of the size of it. I like to think at 5'6½", I am of average height for the ladies. So if there's a woman that's going to be driving this car and they've got the seat in this position and the steering wheel in this position, which I think most people will, it's blocking the screen. So when I've had the sat-nav on, I can't see the time to my destination. I kind of have to do that to check what's going on. Now, I know what you're thinking. You can just get the head-up display. But you only get that if you go for the Ultimate. If you get the GS, then you have to opt for it. So if you don't have the head-up display, that's going to annoy you. Yeah. The second thing that bugs me, the regen braking. Now, I'm currently driving a Vauxhall Astra Longboy as my long-termer, and that has the B button, which most Stellantis cars have, and it's just a button down here, and then it triggers regen braking. It's just got one level, and it works pretty well. On here, you have flappy paddles, so you can change the level of regen braking, and they all feel the same. All 3 levels feel very, very similar. And actually, at its strongest, if I put it all the way up to its strongest, it doesn't feel as powerful as the B button. I feel like I'd rather just have a B button. Or if you're going to have 3 levels, make it really different in terms of strength, and then you'll really notice the difference. The third thing that bugs me is the brakes. Now, if you are the kind of passenger that tends to get a little bit travel sick, I think this will really annoy you. And I don't think I've ever experienced it in any other car. So I'm going to slow down here and pull into this car park and show you what happens when you come down to a stop. So I noticed it in the first 10 minutes. I stopped at some traffic lights and went, that can't be right. Then stopped at another set of traffic lights and went, oh, here we go. Right, so let me pull in here. Okay, get round this corner. This is what happens when you come to a complete stop. Stopping. Stop. See that wobble? It's happened every time I've stopped. That little shudder. And I think if you're sat in the back and you're a car sick person, that's going to annoy you. Even if if I just go really, really gentle on the brakes here, I'll go really gentle, really, really gentle, really gentle, 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 gentle. Yeah. I don't know how they can fix that. That's quite a weird thing. I've never experienced that in an EV before. I feel like I want to show you one more time just because it annoys me so much. And stopping, wobbling, driving, stopping, wobbling. That's weird, isn't it? That's weird. It's not even from having really soft suspension, because the suspension isn't particularly soft. It's normal, like most sort of electric SUVs, you know, very similar to like a Nissan Ariya kind of thing. So why does it do that? I don't know. I think, yeah, if you are a travel sick person, that would get really irritating if you're a passenger in the back. That would just annoy me at every set of traffic lights. Say you live in a city and you have to stop at every traffic light. You're doing the school run, you stop at every traffic light, every junction. Stop and wobble, stop and wobble, stop and wobble. That would annoy you after a while.
Now, I know you're probably wondering what's going on underneath that beautiful body. Well, you've got a 73 kilowatt hour battery, and that will give you around 325 miles WLTP range. But then next year, listen to this, there's going to be a 97 kilowatt hour battery, which will give you a range of up to 435 miles WLTP. Hey, that's good, isn't it? That's not too shabby. Charging wise, you've got 11 kilowatt AC charging, and DC rapid charging is 160 kilowatts. That's not bad, is it? That's going to get you up to 80% in around 26 minutes. Now, when you think about it, you'll stop at a services, I don't know, get a coffee, get yourself some nice snacks, pop to the loo, and you're done. Nice.
Efficiency wise, it's about average, I would say. So on the official press pack, it says that you can get around 3.6 miles per kilowatt hour. So what's the range in this? 324, right? Real world driving, maybe 280. About 280, 290, I would expect. Something like that. But we need to do a proper test to test out the efficiency properly, because I'm literally only allowed to drive this for about 2 hours today, and that's not enough time to properly test it. You will be pleased to know that if you are the sort of person that gets a tad annoyed by the ADAS systems, so you know, the systems that will beep if you go slightly over the speed limit, etc., you can switch that off with the touch of a button. One button. You don't have to go in the screen, which is nice and easy. But obviously they are being put in cars these days for safety reasons, so they are a good thing, but if they do bug you, one button press, done, gone.
Now, before I go on my merry way, I think it's worth acknowledging the elephant in the room, and that is tricky pricing. Stay with me. So, because it starts at around £41,000, there's a new road tax level that's coming next year, which means that, yes, you will be stung at the higher rate for the first few years, as it is over 40k. So, just bear that in mind.
So come on then, what do you think? Let us know in the comments section below. I'll be honest. When I first saw this car and I went to the studio, I really liked it, and I thought it was a very good looking thing. I like Vauxhall's new design attitude, you know, and I was excited to drive it. And now here we are, and I'm driving it, and I don't want to say I'm disappointed. That's not the word I want to use. Those things would bug me. The brakes, steering wheel blocking the map, the regen braking, that would bug me. If that's bugged me in the first 10 minutes of driving this car, it will bug you too. 45 grand as well, you know. You can get something decent for 45 grand. You can get yourself a Nissan Ariya, or maybe have a look at some used EVs at a better price, which, by the way, there's a very nice section on electrifying.com that you can check out. I came here to be pleasantly surprised, and I've come away like this. Never mind. See you next time.